Give me 1 second as I do this, and we are streamed. How's it going, everybody watching the replay and everybody on right now? We're super excited to get on to day 66 for this 90-day recruiting run that we're doing. Super excited you're here and excited that we were able to have some family time. Yesterday was the 4th, and today is a great day. We got some really good stuff for today. Might be a little bit shorter of a day, which is nice. And yeah, excited to get into some things. So opening it up to you guys, as always, we like focusing on some wins. So share some wins over Facebook. Anybody watching live over there, please share some wins over there, but also over here on Facebook. Janice, Josette, Tanya, Suzanne, Sedaria, what are some wins that you guys have had in the last few days?
Nothing yesterday.
Nothing yesterday?
No, sorry, but I'm hoping for tonight.
Well, Janice, we're going to come up with one right now. What do you think what was something great that happened yesterday, whether it's business-wise or personal-wise for you?
Let's see. I got up trying to keep a routine, and so far I've got 4 days straight that I'm on my routine. So that's really going to help me a lot.
That's a big win. And you getting on is a win, right? Sometimes we think these wins have to be this big. And sometimes just slow, small wins can help us win the day, you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Janice. Anybody else? Josette, I feel like you have a win. You have a win for us. I feel it.
OMG. Yeah, I have I have a couple wins. One is I'm on track for the Zoom tonight. On track for the Zoom. Got people, my people saying that they've got people coming. We did the bing 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 like Brittany told us to do, say I got one, I got one, I got one. So we're doing that game in there. Awesome. And I got a phone call a couple of days ago from someone who used to be a consultant, and she said that she had been watching me and everything. She wants to come back, and she wants to come back under me, but she doesn't want to have a team. I said, you ain't gotta have no team, just come on. So she's coming to the Zoom tonight, so we'll see.
Awesome. That's so awesome. Yeah, that is honestly, I mean, obviously we don't want to step on other people's toes if someone signed up underneath other people, but that is honestly a great market as well of people that have signed up before. Because how many times, I mean, for example, I love fitness. How many times have we tried to like step into fitness or something and we just weren't ready for it at that time, right? Or how many times, how many different types of side hustles have I had throughout my life? I've had a bunch, you know? And maybe I liked one thing, but I just wasn't ready for it in my life, right? So it's like, hey, it's okay to come back. You know, something we like to say is don't quit on a down day. And even if you do, we're human. It's okay. We can come back. We can get back. So don't worry about it, you know? So that's awesome, Josette. I love it. And even just like, hey, just let's just make this simple for you. Let's make it easy. If you don't want to build a team right now, that's great. And then slowly you can kind of work your magic in there if you want. So but we just obviously we want to help people where they're at and what we want to do. So that's awesome. Good for you, Josette. Carlinda and Juanita is over here on Facebook. Thanks you guys so much for joining us. Well, today, you guys, let's get into it. So today, again, like I said, it's day 66. It's about today is obviously, like Josette was saying, it's the first day of this week-long burst that we're going to be doing in July. Okay. So what he focused on today was the theme was creating laser focus. So how do we create laser focus in our lives? And so he kind of broke it down into 3 main steps of how to create laser focus. I think that's great about this is we can apply this to a bunch of different areas, right? So we're going to kind of be going into that again, first day of this week-long burst. We're going to be doing it from today, the 5th till next Tuesday, I believe is the 11th. And something he challenged us to do is to do some sort of presentation every single week, every single day to get people on here. If you were listening to Josette's comment, she has people coming in and inviting and getting people there. So super, super awesome, Josette, in taking that intentions there. So the 3 steps that he talked about today is the first thing he talked about was, what are your intentions? What is your target? What is your goal for the rest of this month or this whole month? And he said, since we're focused on it's a 90-day recruiting run, let's put the intentions around recruiting. So what are your goals for this entire month around recruiting? Okay. And it's easy to go, and something he didn't talk about, but I think is a good idea as well, is one, creating a goal around personal recruits of how many you want to try and recruit. But two, what if, again, he didn't bring up the second one, but I think it's a great idea. But what if we could come up with a goal about how many our team can recruit? Because really, if we have a group of people on our team and they all recruit, aren't they all recruited on our same team? Yeah, then it's kind of a community aspect and we're all recruiting together, right? And if you have a team of 1 or a team of 10, it doesn't matter, right? You two both, if you only have a team of 1 and you only have one person recruit, let's you both work on trying to get some people, okay? And you can set your own recruiting goal, and they can set their own recruiting goal. So for example, if I have a team of 1, hey, let's get you to recruit just one person this month, and my personal goal is 3, right? Or if you have a team of 5 or 10 or 20 or 100, hey, my goal is 5. Our goal is 10. We're going to try and get to 10 this month. My mom already has, I think, 1 or 2 recruits this month. So that's our goal this month. But our team, what do we want our team to do, right? And that's all of you guys. How much, what do we want to do collectively, right? Because this is an amazing opportunity, amazing paparazzi family that we want to share with everybody, right? So first one, again, 3 steps to laser focus is creating a very clear goal of what you want. Okay. Number 2 is creating a game plan. So we've learned a bunch of things through the 90-day social media run and through this recruiting run. So we have all these different tools. What are we going to use? What's our game plan to help us get us there? Okay. He didn't talk about this, but something that's very interesting about creating goals is this idea of a lag measure goal versus a lead measure goal. If you haven't heard this, I hadn't heard about it for a while, up until like a year or 2 ago, but a lag measure goal is a goal we can't control. So really, if you think about signing people up, we can't control them in signing up, right? But what can we control? Our lead measure goals is what we can do. So for an example, is if I'm a salesperson and I have a quota of $10,000 for the month, I can't control how many people buy, but what I can do, I can control, hey, I got to do 10 phone calls in a day. That's what I can control, right? So the game plan, we want to do it based around things that we can control, because at the end of the month, if we get frustrated because we didn't hit our goal of 3, it's because we're trying to focus our intentions and our goals on something we can't control. And say at the end of the month, we did all this, we took all this action, and we only got 2. Hey, what's great about it is we got 2 rather than 0, right? And then we look at all the intentions, all the lead measures that we did before, what we could take action on, and we just up it a little bit to try and get to our next goal of 3 next month. Okay. Is that making sense? Yeah. Okay. So steps to laser focus is 1, creating a clear target, what you want, creating a game plan. And something I would say around the game plan is create some accountability. Create like an accountability partner. Find someone on your team, or maybe even like talk to your family member. Just say, hey, I've got this really big goal. I want to sign up 5 people this month. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I'm creating the game plan now, but I'm just going for it, right? Can you help be my cheerleader? Can I help check in with you to make sure I'm following through with the things that I say I'm going to do? Because sometimes we set it in a really excited moment, and then we get into our daily life and it's like, oh man, that's a lot, right? But by having an accountability partner, that helps us take action. Okay. So create the goal, create the game plan, number 2, and number 3 is just is laser focus. So take massive action. And something he said along here is eliminate all distractions. He's like, sometimes when we get into these goals, we make the decision that we're going to go all in, and all of a sudden the universe, or maybe even God, is going to maybe come in and test us a little bit to make sure to see if this is something we really want, right? And it's just a test, right? Hey, it's just a little, are you really serious about this? Are you serious about this? So he said some little things that are going to come in and test you might be work. There might be health stuff that comes up. There might be surprise family visits, right? What else did he say? Health, work, family. There might be some family issues that might pop up. It's going to test you. But if you persevere and you push through some of these little tests, like that, it's only going to kind of like, you're going to get that momentum in your sales to help you reach for that goal. Okay. So it's kind of like managing expectations that something might happen. We don't want it to. Hopefully it doesn't. But if it does, don't lose steam if something pops up. Okay. Because what he talked about is sometimes we have these primary and secondary focuses in our lives, right? Maybe you have a full-time job of 40 hours a week and paparazzi is a secondary focus. What if we could make this as our primary focus? Like, what would that look like? Doesn't mean I have to say no to my 40-hour job, but hey, I want to make sure I focus on this more and come up with ideas and figure things out to make this my main focus. So anything else that pops up in my life is, hey, that's next month. This is my focused month to get to this goal. Okay, to get to this goal. So homework is, what is your goal for the month? And then 2 is what is your game plan, right? And that's the main homework. And obviously, like maybe even just ways like, how am I going to eliminate distractions? So if you're a social media scroller, or if you're a Netflix watcher, or if you're a YouTuber watcher, what am I going to do to eliminate some of those distractions to make sure I take action? And if I watch maybe I watch Netflix for 2 hours a day on average. I mean, you get your little report if you have an iPhone. Okay, I'm gonna at least cut my distraction by 50% this next month, you know? Hey, instead of a full movie, instead of 4 episodes of my show I'm trying to watch, I'm only gonna watch 1. And as long as it's intentional, I think it's okay to have those low moments, but as long as it's intentional and you're not screen hopping, you're not show hopping, it's like, hey, I got 30 minutes, boom, I'm done to relax. I've kind of recuperated and I'm back at it. Okay. So that was the main things that he talked about today, is getting ready for this month and really making this an amazing month. So I'm going to open it up to you guys. Is this making sense? Questions, feedback, extra things you want to add to this?
I think this is great. It's perfect for me. I really need to get down to what I need to do every single day. If I leave it up to me just getting up and sitting here, I'll end up just watching TV or something. Right. And I'll be doing other things, and then I forget and the time gets away from me, and then I get mad at myself. So I'm working on getting a good routine of sleep, getting up at the same time so that I can manage my time better. And then put these things into work.
Love it. Love it. Thanks, Janice, for sharing. Something that's interesting about that, something that I've done before is Tony Robbins talks about that we're motivated by 2 factors, pain and pleasure. If the pain is great enough, we run away from it. Or if the pleasure is great enough, we run towards it. Okay. So for an example, like work, if we don't show up on time enough times, we'll lose our job. We got to have a job. So even if I got to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'll get there. Right. There's the pain factor. Right. But if I don't have a job, like on a Saturday, I don't have to wake up to work. It's a lot more challenging to wake up early. Right. So what if I could still have that leverage of maybe showing up, like, and texting someone? I used to say, hey friend, guess what? You're my accountability partner. If I don't text you at 5 o'clock in the morning and I'll send you a text, I'm going to send you $100. It's like, I don't want to lose $100. So that was my pain point, right? I had to get my butt out of bed, to get the day rolling. Okay. So Janice, for you, hey, here's my list of maybe 3 to 5 things I want to get done today. And this is my wake up time. Hey, Susie, hey friend, here's my goal every single day. This is what I want to follow. And how would you feel if I just checked in with you every single night to make sure I'm getting this done? Sometimes it's a way to redirect our ego because we want to look and feel okay in front of other people. So we say, hey, if we have an accountability partner, we want to make sure we don't show up and empty-handed, right? So it's like, if I tell someone I'm going to do it, we tend to do more for other people than we do for ourselves, which is interesting. So it's like, okay, how can I use that to my advantage, right? Instead of fighting against it. So some ideas there, Janice, to be like,
thank you.
We all do that. Like if we don't have a plan, it's easy to drift. It's easy to drift, right? Napoleon Hill had a great book called Outwitting the Devil. And something he says in that book is one of the devil's intentions for us is to drift, meaning we're not intentional with our life. And so we just drift, we just do whatever. And we all do it, right? We all do it. And so it's, hey, if I drifted for the day, give myself a little love. Hey, we don't need to shame ourselves. We've already done that plenty enough in our lives. Okay, next day is a new day, Love it. Thank you, Janice, for sharing.
You're welcome.
Anybody else? want to come in and chime on any questions, any ideas, even just brainstorm like, hey, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about this. What do you think about that? Then we can kind of make it a discussion for a few minutes and then we can wrap up a little early.
Well, I'm working on recruiting. Would a video or two a week be about right?
I would try it out and say, hey, what if I, just like this, we talked about this lag and lead measure goals. If I want to do, let's say my intention for the month is 3 recruits this month. And what I can't control is doing one of these recruiting videos or presentations or things like that. If I only do 1 a week, what would happen? Could I just get 1 recruit from it? Okay, that means if I want to get 3, maybe I need to up that next month. Does that make sense? So that way, when you look at what you can control, you can kind of see that as data and say, hey, this worked. I just got to put in a little bit more effort, right? So maybe try it out this month, Janice, and see like, hey, my goal is to do, like you were saying, two a week. I'm going to try this, but I'm going to make sure I get people there. You know, let's say if I invited 10 people, 3 people showed up and I did 2 a month, this is what it looks like. But when you have more concrete or more measurable specific numbers, then you can kind of see what you're doing. It's like, okay, well, I invited 10 people each one, and I only got 1. Well, maybe I need to invite 20 people each one, right?
So like doing a Zoom, you mean?
Yep, you could do a Zoom. We have our customer appreciation night that we do every 2 weeks. So honestly, if I were you guys, I would totally capitalize and use that to say, hey, well, if the Frank team or whoever's a part of that is putting that on every other week, I'm just going to invite people there and let them do the work. And I'm just going to help the people that I invited to follow up with them and make sure they had a good experience and follow up with them. Does that make sense?
Yes, very much.
Awesome. There's one this Thursday, and then we do it every 2 weeks on a Thursday night. Cool. Okay. Anybody else want to chime in? Suzanne, nice to see you. Jermaine, good to see you. Mildred, thanks for jumping on. Jermaine, I always love your background. It makes me a little jealous that I wish I could be on a beach right now. So thank you for that.
Thank you. I'm probably going to be a little bit late on mine because I have been suffering from some excruciating back pain the past probably 4 days, and then I had to teaching fitness classes when you're in pain is number one is not good. So I didn't do anything today, but yesterday was Zumba and my class had zero knowledge that I was in some really, really bad pain. Like it was horrible and I should not have done what I did, but that's just the type of person that I am. I don't like to tell them that I'm in any type of pain. I just like, okay, let me just push through it. But I couldn't push through my live last night. There was no way I could do it. So hopefully I can get through it today.
Well, thanks for letting us know. I say we all send Jermaine some prayers for you. Hopefully this can heal quickly for you. So
yes, please. This is the hardest thing for me is sitting still. I don't like doing that. It's a challenge. It's a challenge. It's a challenge.
Oh yeah.
Can you tell us how to get, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Can you tell us how to get to the 8-minute tool video again that you all did?
Yep. Give me 1 second as I'm finding this for you. Okay. Are you looking? I'll find the group for you and the video. Okay. Actually, watch this. What if I just pull it up and I'll share it to you? Give me 1 sec. I am right here. Share my screen. Okay. Becoming a paparazzi consultant Q&A group. Okay. So we've intentionally made this very general, and we'd ask all of you guys to make it general, that it's like, you're not promoting any of your stuff. We want to make this as a community thing that we're all working together to be on here. So here's what the group looks like. Obviously, this is a computer view. It's going to be a little bit different on your phone. But if you scroll down, the first thing that's pinned, it says paparazzi and the 5 key elements. Okay. So this is 8 minutes and 13 seconds. The first few minutes is us talking, me, my mom, my sister, and then each part of it, each of the 5 key elements, which is the product, the company, the comp plan, support, and timing, is a different person. And this is our little recorded video. So the first one we got, let's see, we got Roxanne to help, and then we got Kim Dawson to help. Suze was there, Christina was there. We had a couple people. So it's a tool, right? If you watch it, you don't like it, use it as an example for you to know how to talk about this, right? So it's just an idea, right? I know in here we talk about as well our selling success program. We have some different questions, like, so people can kind of scroll it and say like, oh, how to start selling paparazzi jewelry. Here's some stuff. We put in some testimonials in this group. What else do we put in here? Here's some more testimonials. How do you make money as a consultant? So we have some Q&A in here as well. And so that's the point of this group, is that there's Q&A, some testimonials for people that are interested in at least knowing a little bit more about paparazzi, to know what it's all about. Does that make sense? Josette, any other questions with that? So really it's right here. Let's see, copy link. And obviously you can go straight to the link. I'll post it over on Facebook, and I'll post it on here on the chat. And if you feel a little intimidated because this is kind of like, maybe you're not used to this type of presentation, just take messy action, do the best that you can. Just like, hey, even if I got on, told my story, and kind of talked about a few of the key points of why paparazzi is awesome, right? So it's a way for you to kind of see an idea of how you can kind of present paparazzi in a way to people. That makes sense, Josette? Okay, awesome. Yeah, and just do the best that you can. Like, seriously, like, if I didn't know how to talk about it one way, it's like, okay, well, maybe I'll focus more on this, what I actually do know, right? And if they have questions, big part of this, if anybody has questions, don't feel what's the right word, intimidated to say I don't know, or say, hey, guess what, I'm not really sure about that. Great question. I'll look it up. I'd love to look that up and find that out for you, and then I'll get back to you about it, right? Or how would you feel as if I got on a phone call with you and someone else that knows like the business like super well, and we can kind of ask her some of those questions? Because I just want, like, no pressure to sign up. Like, I just want you to like know what this is all about, and then we can kind of talk about this, right? Depending on how you want to either come off more indirect way of just saying no pressure here, or just say, hey, let's get on a phone call with somebody else that knows a lot of questions, and we can kind of answer these questions with you. Or, hey, I'll go figure it out for you and I'll get back to you about it, you know? So something Eric Worre says is the purpose of any type of exposure is to get to the next exposure. So if you have one of these things, an exposure could be a text message, could be a phone call, could be one of these presentations, right? So even if you don't know, and you don't know a question, it's a great way to follow up with them again with another exposure and say, hey, you know that question you had? Well, I figured it out. Okay, I figured it out. This is what it is. So great way to keep the conversation, another way to kind of keep following up with people. Okay, well, it is, I'm looking at the time. We're about close to getting to new release time. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We love you. It's always a pleasure. It's always fun to kind of see you guys. We're super excited. We have 3 weeks away from convention, so we are getting giddy over here, getting excited to see you guys all, and hopefully we'll be able to see you guys all in person, give you guys a big hug, and yeah, love you. Hope you have a great day. And
take care,
love your life.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Janice.
Bye, y'all.
See you guys. Good luck. Bye-bye.
Thanks.